Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sports and Nonsense podcast. Last week we had some scheduling conflicts with myself and my partner there, so we did not record last week, but we're doing our best to try
probably better we didn't anyway, because E3 happened over the weekend. So
yeah, so like E3 happened, and there was some other stuff that happened after we would have recorded anyway. So I can't remember what happened though.
Julio Jones.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. So I mean, we'll probably do a little bit of sports, but we're probably going to talk more E3 than anything, just because E3 is fully completed and we know everything that's been announced, and you know, so I guess we'll start sports first.
Okay.
And then go to recap for E3, just because that's a lot more stuff. I mean, the biggest thing that happened in the world of football is that Julio Jones finally got traded to another team.
Titans.
So he's on the Tennessee Titans. He's basically got the same quarterback that he did in Atlanta. They're essentially the same.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill is better right now.
Yes, right. He is better.
I would take Ryan Tannehill right now.
He is better, but he is basically the same quarterback. He's a pocket passer.
Yeah, but Ryan Tannehill's a better quarterback.
Tall,
yeah, but Ryan Tannehill was basically a top 5 quarterback last year, so I'll take Ryan Tannehill or Matt Ryan. I mean, 10 times out of 10, I take him.
We'll see.
Maybe not 5 years ago, but
we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. See if he.
I mean, listen, the Tennessee Titans. The game plan is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around, give it to Derrick Henry.
So yeah, how do you think Julio's going to fit into their scheme?
I mean, going to take the top off of the defense, but I think the Falcons won the trade personally.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, I mean, Julio is a great receiver, he's a Hall of Famer, I think, but I'm happy for him. I like Julio Jones. I always did. Tennessee got a little. I think Tennessee only got a little bit better, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hope he does well for him. But like I said, I think Tennessee got a little bit better.
Oh, there's more stuff. I found more stuff.
What?
So apparently the ESPYs 2021 is coming. So there are some categories that you can vote on for the ESPYs.
Anytime I think of the ESPYs, I think of that time Peyton Manning just totally, what's the word? Kevin Durant had just switched over to the Golden State Warriors, and Peyton Manning was talking about like the U.S. Olympic something team.
Yeah.
And he's like, and they're so good that Kevin Durant told me he wants to play for them next year, and I pissed my pants.
It cuts to him, and he's just not having it. It cuts to Russell Wilson after, and
he's
not Russell Wilson, but Russell Westbrook, who they played together in Oklahoma. Yeah. So there he's just kind of like giving him a smirk, like, oh my god,
that was so funny, dude.
So best play, according to the ESPYs, is Arizona's Kyler Murray launches game-winning Hail Mary to DeAndre Hopkins. Villanova quarterback completes touchdown pass for the ages.
I don't know that one. I'd have to watch these plays again to like really.
Yeah. A couple of them are basketball plays. There's an ad.
That one.
Another basketball play. Did you see the softball player that made that catch over the wall to rob of a home run, where she cleared the fence?
No, isn't that what you do anyway? Or do you mean like she physically jumped over the fence?
Physically cleared the fence, like feet over the fence, and caught the ball. So
hang on. So she caught it in the stands, essentially.
Yes.
I didn't know that was even allowed. I thought it was just like.
I don't think it is allowed, but they did allow it, I guess. But
I was gonna say it's the whole. I mean, I guess that would. I kind of want to see that at Fenway. Somebody hop over the right field line and just run up the stairs a little bit and just catch it. Like, that's what I want to see. Like,
let's see. DK Metcalf chases down Buda Baker.
that wasn't a play. That was no. I love that though,
It is a
because
play.
it spawned just all the best memes.
Especially the Bill Belichick one at free agency.
Oh, my favorite one of the Jehovah's Witness ones.
Yeah.
Like, don't run from the Lord.
The Lord. So it looks like there's only a couple of football ones in there for best play. Then,
is there a question for you? If you get a best play, because I've been playing a lot of the show lately. Is there a prettier play than like a dramatic like dive out in the outfield?
No.
Like I think it's just beautiful. Like I something about it. It's just like, oh,
maybe the same thing with like a football catch. I don't know.
Like a perfect Hail Mary, maybe.
Yeah,
a
perfect, like, an over the shoulder diving Hail Mary, maybe.
Yeah, just perfect. Like no doubt about but like I was watching like some just I forgot just a bunch of outfielder like highlights, because it's something about like a dramatic dive in the outfield where he catches one of those, like no doubt he caught it, like it just seems so like it's just like a beautiful play. And I can't think of, it's almost like a perfect curve to a soccer ball when they nail it in the corner. It's just like, oh, I could watch that over and over again.
How about this? Because the SBs aren't until July 10th. So next week we'll go over I'll write them all down. I'll write all the SBs stuff down. We can watch the plays ahead of time, and we can kind of give our own feedback on them.
Paid enough for that.
I'm not going to go through them all right now, because there's like 30 different pages for like best athlete, and I'm like, I'm not going through all those.
30.
Yeah. So, and there's like 5 people on each page. So there's like,
oh my God.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not going through all 150 athletes.
It's like reading a resume. I just get through the first 3 pages and I'm like, okay, one of those guys is going to win.
Yeah.
This athlete, that's subjective. There's
male and female. There's male. Female,
no, I mean, like, it depends on the
female athlete.
It depends on the sport.
But it's in all sports. So like it's best athlete throughout all sports.
That's what I mean. Like,
because like the first page that's on here.
That's what I mean. Like Pat Mahomes got drafted by the Detroit Tigers too. Like he's an athlete, yeah. but I don't think Daniel Jones got drafted by the Knicks.
There's 30 pages and there's 4 people per page, and the first 4 on this first page is Brady, Lewis Hamilton, who's an F1 driver, Nikola Jokic, who does not play hockey. Ironically, he plays basketball.
It's one of the two.
And Connor McDavid for the Oilers. So that's like the first 4. So it's like you got a football player, an F1 driver, a basketball player, and a hockey player. And then the second page, it's then the next page, it goes to best athlete women's sports. And it's Simone Biles, Amanda Nunes, who's a UFC fighter, Naomi Osaka, who's tennis, and Brianna Stewart, who plays women's basketball. And then the next slide is
that's fine. We'll
best
just go
breakthrough athlete. Okay, so they're all different. So it's of the 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, good Lord, there's so many nominees.
Imagine the judges just
yeah. Well, it's funny because you get to vote, so the fans get to vote on like who is the best.
Oh, Tom Brady's gonna win then.
Probably, but he won't be there. Oh, actually, he might. He doesn't play for the Patriots anymore, so he might be there.
Because it's America. Tom Brady will win.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to have a Canadian hockey player. They're not going to have a European basketball player, and they're not going to have a British F1 driver.
I'm just talking about people who would like actually vote on the ESPYs. If they're American, they're voting for the football guy. That's the most popular sport in America.
They may be able to vote in other countries too, though. You never know.
No.
It's not allowed.
It's not allowed.
Maybe that's why there's no soccer players, because they would get flooded with people from other countries.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't like Cristiano Ronaldo be a better athlete than like anybody in the NFL? If we're talking just athletes, like the dude runs like 6 miles a game. Like,
I don't know. So the only other thing that came out of football this week, and it came out today.
Dan Campbell stuff.
No.
Oh, I missed Dan Campbell, man. It's been quiet.
I know. The Madden cover got announced.
I saw. You see the trailer?
I did not. Is it Brady and that woman talking to him? Is that the trailer? Like, is there a woman talking to Tom Brady and he's signing a contract or something? Oh, I saw that video. I didn't watch it though.
No, the only music I remember hearing was that TikTok, the oh no, no. I was like, oh, that's how I feel about this stupid cover. Like,
there was Dan Campbell news.
Oh, what is it?
This week in Dan Campbell's world, Dan Campbell learns early lesson. Leaving voicemails do not work. Lions general manager Brad Holmes shares how communicating with the modern athlete has changed over the years. Communicating with modern athletes, blah, 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 blah. As first-time coach in the league, Campbell and company are learning how to efficiently gather information from social media and how to actually get a player to respond via the phone.
Quote, that's not as good as the Lions.
Quote, Dan brought this up one time. He called a player and left a voicemail, and the player hadn't gotten back to him. And he said something about, oh, I didn't text him. And it's like voicemail is just non-existent now. Dan made the joke. It don't count if I leave a voicemail. It don't count if I leave voicemail. That grammar is terrible. You're hearing the actual human being that's talking to you, but if you didn't send that text, what the hell is he talking about?
Where are my glasses? I just
it's like that. Was it? It's not Ben Franklin, that meme. Who is that old? The old painting guy where he's holding the glass piece of paper and he's like, it's Spock, and he's like,
yeah,
like,
he's one of these. It's a
yeah. What did I just read?
I love that meme, dude. I use that meme weekly.
Yeah,
I love it. Mostly because the people I'm texting are just they're not stupid by any means, but just they make me go like, what?
2 weeks ago, Lions coach bizarrely dons helmet, probably to minimize damage from banging his head against the wall.
What is going on over there?
This is from Deadspin.
I think
he means metaphorically. I think he means metaphorically banging his head against the wall.
Oh, okay. I feel better then. I was going to say, I'm like, my God.
Dan Campbell is already acting like a coach whose team has won 8 games in 2 seasons. It's interesting to see that he's already integrated himself into the nonsensical culture of the Detroit Lions organization. Then there's the email about him biting kneecaps, and then it quotes about him talking about getting a lion. Today, Campbell is in the news again for wearing a racing helmet to his press conference. Apparently, Campbell was named Grand Marshal at the Detroit Grand Prix, and so he chose to celebrate by looking like a Daft Punk-inspired fool.
What is going on over there?
I don't know.
Do I need to go over there and just like stop doing this?
That's pretty funny. Anyway, back to the Madden stuff.
God,
they teased the Madden cover where it was.
They showed it.
No, they teased it yesterday.
Oh,
they teased it where it was an old goat and a baby goat standing next to each other.
I just want to point out that made me so angry.
Yeah,
this didn't fit.
You can't fix it.
That's almost better.
Yeah. You didn't like the tease with the goats?
No.
Because Mahomes is not a goat yet?
No, Mahomes is not. Mahomes isn't even a mammal yet. Like
Mahomes has made the conference title game every single year he's played.
Good for him. Mark Sanchez made it like 3 years in a row. Is he a goat?
Not the conference title game. He also didn't win the conference title game.
I don't care. Pat Mahomes is very good. Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now. What'd I say?
Pat
Mahomes.
He doesn't like being called Pat.
I don't care what Pat says. Pat says. He is the best quarterback in the league right now. Mm-hmm. Hold on one sec.
That is a fact that he is the best quarterback in the league. And Brady is the best quarterback of all time.
Yes. However, that does not make him a GOAT of any kind. I don't care. And that, and maybe I'm just being a bitch, but like I saw that and I was like, why are we doing this?
Do you not think he could surpass Brady at some point?
Of course he could. Of course he could.
I mean, he's got two Super Bowls under his belt.
Two appearances, one win, and one MVP. I'm not saying he's not a great quarterback I'm not saying he won't be a great quarterback, but can we hold the hell on? Like he's
to 10.
10. He's won 7, right?
Yeah.
He's lost 3. So 10.
Yeah.
So
two of the Giants and one of the Eagles.
Just shut up about the GOAT stuff. Like it, and again, maybe I'm being a bitch. I don't know, but like he's not a GOAT conversation yet. Can we get over? Like, what happens if he goes out there on tomorrow to practice and he rips his leg off? Are we going to say, oh well, he's a GOAT because he could have been? Well, then, Christ, then so was Trent Dilfer.
Right.
Him and Trent Dilfer have the same number of Super Bowl rings.
Yes.
1.
Yeah.
Like I love Pat Mahomes. I like him. I like watching him. I'm not a Pat Mahomes hater, but can we like slam on the brakes a minute for the GOAT conversation?
I think people are early portraying him as one just because he has the potential to,
of course he does,
be something like that, and he probably will. Like he probably will be the best. Like he'll probably surpass Brady as the best player to play football.
Maybe I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if we have instead of the Brady Montana conversation, we have the Mahomes Brady conversation.
His career will be shortened because of how much he runs, though. He won't play as long as Brady will, in my opinion.
No, he won't.
But when do you think he would be considered something like that? Because you would consider, I think you would you consider like Eli? Not Eli. I mean, he's probably an elite quarterback, but no, he's not.
Eli Manning?
Yeah. I mean, would you consider, let me ask you this then. Would you consider someone that is considered a GOAT to be one person? Like you wouldn't consider multiple people?
There is one GOAT.
GOATs.
There is one GOAT.
So there's one.
Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game of football.
Right. Like LT is the greatest linebacker to play.
Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game of football. Yes.
Okay. So one person, only one person can be that player.
Yeah. To be the quintessential GOAT.
Would you consider then, as an overall, because of how he plays, would you still consider Tom Brady to be the greatest quarterback of all time? And then if Mahomes passes him, Mahomes to be the greatest player of all time?
No.
Would there not be a greatest player, in your opinion?
I don't think you can ever get a universal agreement on the greatest player. Because of the position differentials. Like I've already established, I think a defensive back or a linebacker are better athletes than a quarterback, but I don't think there's many defensive backs in the league that can play quarterback.
Right.
There's also not many quarterbacks that can play defensive back,
Right.
And that's why I don't like saying the greatest player. That's why I've kind of agreed to just say, okay, the greatest at their position. You could even say I would even be okay with saying the greatest offensive player of all time or the greatest defensive player of all time. But I can't sit here and say he is the best person to ever play in the NFL, because then you're talking decade. You got third Jim Brown in there. And Jim Brown had played football since before you and I were born combined. Like it's like I said. I like Tom Brady. I like Pat Mahomes. I'd never been a Brady hater. I admitted he was better than Joe Montana after he won the Falcons. After he beat the one before that.
Panthers? No, Seahawks.
Before the Seahawks. After the Seahawks Super Bowl, I was like, okay.
That was 4.
I'm like, okay. And I was like, he's better than Joe Montana.
Well, he had more rings than Montana then, because Montana had 3, didn't he?
No, Montana has 4.
Oh, does he?
I think so, yeah. Either way, I don't look at just the rings. I don't like rings are great, but now he has 7. If anyone out there is saying Tom Brady is not the greatest quarterback of all time, they're on drugs. It's not. I don't care how much I hate the Patriots. I don't care how much I hate Tom Brady. I don't care how much I hate Bill Belichick. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback ever played the game, and Bill Belichick is the greatest coach ever coached the game. You know, he beat Vince Lombardi, as far as I'm concerned, when he beat the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So when at what point would you consider Mahomes to surpass Tom Brady? Would he have to achieve at least 10
appearances? No.
So he can have less than that, but like, because like obviously, like,
so for me personally, and I'm not. I know this is going to surprise you. I'm not the football god. Sorry, I heard a lot of beeping outside. I thought this was it for all of us.
I heard it.
This is it. It's the nature of the quality of the seasons. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, if he gets one Super Bowl ring and that's it forever, then no, never.
Right.
You know, they do have a lot of weight. Like, for example,
I think Manning has more league MVPs, but he does. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But he doesn't. But he doesn't have as many Super Bowl appearances because Brady kept beating him.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, Brady is going to be out of the league while Mahomes is still going to play.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
At this point, he's going to retire. He's going to retire after Archman beats him.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I would consider someone who.
It depends on it's kind of like pitching, like you have quality starts or quality pitch, you know, whatever it's called, quality innings. I need to see the quality seasons. I mean, if again, like there were quarterbacks who have gotten to the Super Bowl because of other factors on their team, and they're good quarterbacks. Joe Flacco, he had a great year that year, and that was part of the reason they went to the Super Bowl. But like again, that
Brady is one of those people that have gotten to the Super Bowl without having a great season.
He's had both.
The one Super Bowl I can remember was I think it was the Rams season. He was not a great season, and he ended up getting to the Super Bowl, and they won that game because of defense.
The reason
Mahomes seems to have the best seasons for the Chiefs because they have Pat Mahomes. If they didn't have Pat Mahomes, I don't think they're winning as much as they are.
Not. And that's why I say I need to see the seasons. Like Tom Brady's first at least 2 Super Bowls. You know, he won. I don't discredit them at all, but I give way more credit to the last 4 than I do to the first 3. Because I believe the last 4 were more Brady than they were Patriots, even though the defense was a Rams thing.
Maybe not the Rams Super Bowl, but definitely the first 2 to 3 Super Bowls.
But Tom Brady
defense held up.
Tom Brady got them to that Rams Super Bowl.
Okay.
But the Patriots defense in that Super Bowl won the game for them, but Tom Brady got them there.
No. Adam Vinatieri won the Super Bowl.
No. I meant the last 4.
Oh, yeah.
Not the first 3.
Yeah.
No, the last 4. The second Rams one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes, without Pat Mahomes, the Chiefs are just maybe a wild card team.
Right.
You know, he's like Pat Mahomes is like the LeBron James of the NFL right now. He is the team, you know. But in order in time to surpass him, I mean, I need to see a few more wins in the Super Bowl wins, like quality wins, before I start having that conversation. I mean, he could, in theory, have less wins than Brady and surpass him in terms of like greatness. But I even then, I don't know. 7. And he did it with 2 teams.
Right. Yep.
I mean, that was impressive. What can you say? You know, it's a Kevin Hart's joke. Go do it with the Lions, and then you'll really be the GOAT. You know, like. But I know the Tom Brady factor is a lot, and people came to the Buccaneers. It's the Tom Brady factor, and that annoys the shit out of me. Don't get me going on that sentence. But like, I don't know, the cover thing, the 2 GOATs thing. Maybe I'm just being a bitch, but it really irritated me because there are other players. If you wanted to get 2 GOATs in the cover, you could have gotten. You know what I mean? I don't know, to me that disrespects like all the other players.
A lot of people were thinking that instead of Mahomes and Brady, it was going to be Gronk and Brady, because then you can consider them both being the greatest position player for both of them.
I don't think Rob Gronkowski was the greatest tight end of all time.
It would either be Antonio Gates or Tony Gonzalez. Then
Shannon Sharp. No, not Shannon Sharp. Who am I thinking of? Somebody else. But Tony Gonzalez, great tight end. You know, don't get me wrong. Gronkowski is a phenomenal tight end. I'm not discrediting Rob Gronkowski. I happen to like Rob Gronkowski. You know, I enjoy his company.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, I just don't think he is the greatest tight end of all time, you know. Personally speaking, you know, again, you put him up there in the conversation, but you said, you know, Tony Gonzalez or Antonio Gates are up there, you know. Oh God, that
Kelsey.
felt good. Maybe.
No.
When he's all done, maybe.
Well,
he's another guy. Not right now. You know, like,
since we've segued from football talking about Madden, we'll segue into E3, which happened this past weekend, where we got our looks.
You got me going, and you're surprised.
I know. I'm not surprised. I want to list off some of the games that got announced with release dates and kind of get your feedback. I mean, you can give me like a couple of sentences about it or a couple of, you know, description about it. You know, IGN has the like top biggest announcements from E3. So the first one is
hang on. I gotta pull it up because if I might need to see the game. Is it on IGN.com?
IGN.com articles E3 2021 biggest announcements, game trailers.
Oh my
I just searched for E3 announcements 2021 and IGN was the first one. So it was one of the first ones. So the first one they have up here is Elden Ring from Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin. It's a From Software game. It's the largest, most freeform map from Software, who does games like Dark Souls and Ghost of Tsushima. And no, they didn't do Ghost of Tsushima. They did Sekiro. Yeah, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. So the other samurai game from last year, with a release date of January 21st, 2022.
I won't play it. I won't buy it because I play video games to enjoy them and not be angry at how hard it is. But I know a lot of people who really like them, and it looks good, and they're excited, and they should be.
Same. Let's move on then. Starfield was the first thing that was announced at Bethesda and Xbox's combined briefing showcase. The biggest. It's a Skyrim it's been described as a Skyrim in space and a Han Solo simulator. Be releasing November 11th, 2022. The biggest surprise for me from this game was Xbox exclusivity. They robbed Sony of this game.
Sony. Yeah, they spent all that money to buy Bethesda. That's theirs now.
But everyone was excited about getting Starfield, especially a lot of PlayStation players, and then they announced it, and it was Xbox
you know what?
Exclusive.
All them PlayStation players spent the last 8 years going at every exclusive they had. So shut up, go buy an Xbox, or don't play it,
or get PC because it'll be on PC,
or get PC. I'm excited for it. I'll buy it for sure.
Yeah.
I have Game Pass, so I'll play it day one on Game Pass when it comes out on Game Pass.
Yeah, it'll be on Game Pass. So the third thing on here is Breath of the Wild 2 has a release window and a new trailer. So 2022 is window. Yeah, 2022 is the official release window of which we already knew that. We already knew that last year. So I don't know why they're saying it's a new release window because it's not.
Maybe they're more sure now.
Yeah, so you can actually navigate the skies of Hyrule, which is kind of cool. The skies are explorable. So
did you
play the first one or no?
I admittedly did not play the first one.
Neither did I.
Although I've heard nothing but good things about it.
No, and I love Legend of Zelda. That was one of the first games I've ever played, and I just couldn't get into the later ones.
Didn't play it. I didn't play. Last one I played was Twilight Princess. I didn't play Breath of the Wild because I didn't have a Switch at the time when it came out. Mm-hmm. And when I got a Switch, I gotta be honest, I just didn't have the energy because I knew it was going to be one of those like long. Zelda games are long, and I knew it was going to be like a long slog. And I just don't have. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. There we go. I don't have the energy. I was like, oh my god, I can't. So I haven't, and I won't. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And people tell me, oh, you should play it, and I'm sure I should, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to let it be a beautiful game over there.
The first thing that was announced at Square Enix's announcements were a Guardians of the Galaxy game that is a single-player action adventure where you play as Star-Lord alongside the entirety of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't trust it.
It's got a gameplay similar to Marvel's Avengers. I didn't like Marvel's Avengers, but it also, I don't know if you noticed when you watched the trailer, but it had telltale elements to it where you could pick and choose like what you wanted to do and say in the game.
I don't trust it.
I'm kind of excited for it. I'll play it.
I'm excited for it. That for me will be a wait for a review kind of game, And
it's also going to include a bunch of 80s songs, so I'm in for it. From Iron Maiden, Rick Astley, Kiss, and Wham.
Go get all the pre-orders right now.
And then Ubisoft gave us a first look at their new Avatar game, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
All right,
first-person open world action adventure game.
I'm gonna rant for a minute.
All right.
We haven't cared about 8 feet blue people in over 10 years. What are we doing? It's been over 10en years.
This game's probably been in development for like 80 years.
That ship has sailed.
There's also
what are you doing? Where is Skull and Bones? Stop showing me this crap.
There's also a new movie coming out hopefully soon from James Cameron, because I know they've been working on it forever now.
Hang on. Let me say it up my chest.
Okay.
It has been over 10 years since Avatar came out.
It's been 12 to be exact.
Okay, I said over 10.
It's 2009 was 2009. Avatar came out.
It's over. The ship has sailed. We're on to other stuff. Where is Skull and Bones, Ubisoft? You showed it at E3 3 years ago, and you haven't said shit about it since.
It's funny. I was watching
IGN's
feed before they started the Ubisoft one, and they showed a trailer for Skull and Bones. So
yeah,
I thought we were getting a new trailer for Skull and Bones because they were hyping it up, but we didn't.
Listen, Ubisoft, if you're listening out there, which you're not, where is it? I need it. Either release it or give me Assassin's Creed 4 remastered. I don't care, but give me one or the other and do it now.
You can give me a couple sentences on this, but it's not really anything for me. Tekken's Kazuya is been invited to the Smash tournament. He was portrayed as throwing Smash characters off of a cliff and into lava. I thought it was kind of funny because especially the last one, he dropped Kirby and then you see Kirby in the background floating away. Like
I just at this point, why isn't Scorpion in Super Smash at this point?
Probably because it's an M-rated game and they don't want to include all the blood and stuff. I mean, they don't have to, but
do you know about that character's story in Tekken?
I don't, but Tekken is rated T for teen, so
his father dropped him in a volcano.
Oh, is that why he's dropping people in magma and lava?
And then in the next game, he survived his drop into the volcano, and he launches his father and a spaceship towards the sun.
Yeah,
I think we can handle Scorpion in Super Smash Bros.
It's funny because I read something the other day, and let me see if I can find it really quick, where somebody tweeted out. It says this was on June 14th, 2021, which was 2 days or a day before the Nintendo E3. They tweeted, everyone saying, hopefully Nintendo will be good, as if the bar isn't so low at this point. They could only F it up if they executed Captain Falcon live on stage. And one of the characters he threw off the cliff was Captain Falcon. So I was like, wow, that's impressive that they actually threw Captain Falcon off the cliff. I would be all for a Mortal Kombat character in Smash. That would be awesome.
Get a little Sub-Zero in there, just kid friendly.
Halo Infinite's multiplayer is free to play for everyone day one, and it looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's got a battle pass similar to how Call of Duty has one.
Warzone, right?
Well, Warzone, Call of Duty, all same thing, and Fortnite has a battle pass too. Customization for your characters, like the samurai Spartan looked really cool.
It's gonna have microtransactions out there.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, I mean, Warzone has it too, so it's not anything new. But it's gonna be. That's why it's free to play. So it's gonna be free to play, but you pay into it.
Don't get me wrong.
So
I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it, and I'm also gonna play the campaign because the campaign looks amazing.
And I have Game Pass, so I can play both.
Yep, and yeah, I'll be having Game Pass as well. So I'm very excited for Halo. Also, this is my rant because I've been wanting this game for over a year now because I'm a Halo fanatic. When you tell me the release date is holiday 2021, you give me zero confidence that this game is coming out this year because that's what you said last year. It was coming out holiday 2020. So
to be fair, though,
give me a month at least. Like say it's November of 2021.
To be fair, though, that trailer we saw this weekend was much better than Craig, who we saw last E3.
Right. Well, so it was.
But no, I also have little confidence it's coming out. At least the campaign. I wouldn't be shocked if the multiplayer came out holiday.
They did say they're releasing at the same time. They're going to release them at the same time.
Then I have little confidence it'll come out. I mean, don't get me wrong, Microsoft's going to want that coming out holiday because that's their baby, you know. Mm-hmm. But Microsoft, having learned from Cyberpunk and all, you know, other developers, you know, they would be wise to make sure it's done before it comes out.
Announced at Ubisoft and also in conglomerate with Nintendo, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which is the sequel to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which they have incorrectly labeled on here as Battle Kingdom on IGN, is coming out in 2022. I'm good. I mean, I played Kingdom Battle, but I'm just.
I know some people that really liked it, and
I'm not big on the XCOM form of combat. So, Dishonored's developers are doing a vampire shooter called Redfall, which is also exclusive to Xbox.
It looks like a Left 4 Dead clone.
It does kind of look like a Left 4 Dead clone with vampires, which I'm okay. Yeah. I'm gonna play Back 4 Blood, but
Game Pass.
Yep. Borderlands is doing a spin-off called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm not big on Borderlands, so anything for that one.
I didn't even hear about that one, so
okay.
I'm sorry.
So the next two I really want to talk about as well, because one's really big for me, and I think you played a little bit, but the other one is really big for you, and I really, really enjoyed the trailer. I actually really enjoyed the trailer for both of these, but Forza Horizon 5 looks incredible. Like,
it looks pretty.
They showed the side of the volcano, right? The side of the volcano, and then the stream. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. They went to the location that it's based off of and filmed a little bit there. So this shows us what it's based off of. And now it's going to cut to the actual game. And they're showing the clip. And then all of a sudden, CGI cars come into the screen. And I'm like, that's not real. I thought that was real. And it just looks so pretty. And it's based in Mexico.
It's a car racing game. All the car racing games are pretty. Gran Turismo.
See, like Forza Horizon 4 did not look this pretty. Like it didn't. Like it looks real, but it did look like really good.
Now it's on the Series X though.
But Series X, yes. But this, like Forza Horizon 5, like with the new like upgraded stuff that they're able to use it with. Like,
well, also you gotta think too. Pretty. The thing with Microsoft, whenever they show stuff, I always go, is that on PC or is that on Xbox? Because, you know, they pander to both markets. So it's like, what is this running on? Because there's no way some of that stuff's going to run on my Series X.
By the way, any of these games that we're talking about that's available for Game Pass day one is already able to be pre-downloaded. So if anyone's listening and want to pre-download these games, do it, because I've already done it.
I downloaded Flight Simulator already.
So did I. I downloaded Back 4 Blood, Flight Simulator, and Forza Horizon already. I've got them all pre-downloaded.
The minute I saw it, I was like, get in there. Yeah.
So a game that you have played that I know you're going to enjoy, and I enjoyed the trailer for it because it was kind of funny, is Outer Worlds 2.
Why do you
Didn't you enjoy Outer Worlds when you played Outer Worlds the first
one? Initially.
Yeah. I didn't know if you had played the second one.
The first one, I'm gassy. The first one, I really enjoyed it at first.
Oh, this is new for me. I just found out it's exclusive to Xbox.
What, the Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds 2. It
says
the
Obsidian.
The RPG will be exclusive to Xbox Series X, S, and PC. The first one was on both systems.
Yeah, but this is Obsidian. It's owned by Xbox.
But the first one was exclusive.
Yeah.
It wasn't exclusive.
Well, what I'm saying is Sony spent the last 8 years. Microsoft reached out their hand in friendship, and for 8 years, Sony spat in their mouth. So now Microsoft's like, okay, fine, whatever. We'll do our own thing over here. Like I said before, you spent 8 years bragging about it. Now go buy a goddamn Xbox if you want to play it. That's just, you know, I got to do the same thing for PlayStation. I'm not a fanboy. You know, I want to play God of War, so I got to go buy a PlayStation. That's how it works. You know.
Rainbow Six Extraction. Not really want to talk about that much because I'm cool on Rainbow Six. But the next one you'll probably enjoy because you play it a lot.
The next one, I spit out my drink and I immediately sent the link to my friends who also spit out their drinks, and we were quoting Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's finally getting the crossover it deserves. Sea of Thieves is finally getting a crossover with Pirates of the Caribbean. With I don't know if it's actually Jack Sparrow. Like I don't know if it's actually
if it's not, he sounds like him.
He sounds like and the guy who plays Davy Jones sounds like him. It sounds like Bill Knightley as well. So like they did a really good job.
It did say Disney, so he very well may have gotten the actors. Because...
Sea of Thieves: A Pirate Life is an all-new original story featuring Jack Sparrow. Davy Jones will also appear, and it's going to be a free update for all of you Sea of Thieves players.
Which is also on Game Pass.
Which is also on Game Pass if you have Game Pass.
So what I'm saying is, if you haven't played Sea of Thieves before, you should download it. And then if somebody with my last name comes by and wrecks the shit out of you, just know it's a learning experience, and it happened to me too.
Contraband is coming. It's a co-op open world game exclusive to Xbox and PC from Avalanche Studios. Cool. And then the next one, Flight Simulator, is finally coming to Xbox One on July 27th, which will also feature a Top Gun expansion later this year for free. So that is cool. Like, yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm gonna get an aircraft carrier and scream the entire way off. Just like an like I always wanted to do.
Yeah. Hades is coming to Xbox and PlayStation, which was the indie game of the year last year. Far Cry 6 DLC lets you plan a series infamous villains. What does that mean?
Yep. You can play as the villains.
Oh, you can play. They said plan, not play. It says lets you plan as series infamous villains.
Mine says play.
Weird. They must have updated it since you and I
it says includes 3 episodes that each allow you to play as one of the series' infamous villains.
Oh no! Look at the top.
Oh yeah, man. IGN's got a spell check, man.
Yeah, yeah. So in the article it says, or in the description it says it lets you play as a series infamous villains from Far Cry 3, 4, and 5, that's pretty cool. Babylon's Fall PS5 version was announced. I have no idea what that is. Diablo 2 Resurrected has been announced. Riders Republic finally has another release date after being pushed back. Ubisoft is doing a Rocksmith Plus subscription service, which I'm kind of excited about because like I bought a bass guitar with Rocksmith to try to learn how to play it, and I got fat fingers. Like I can't do it. Like
got these gorilla fingers.
Yeah, I may try it again. I have an acoustic guitar too because I've always wanted to learn how to play guitar. But yeah, that's it for this list. Why does it feel like they're missing something?
Because they are. Back 4 Blood's not on there.
Yeah, Back 4 Blood's not on there. Like Back 4 Blood. Like, are you gonna play that game?
Yeah, hell yeah. What kind of question is that?
I don't know. Well, because like I was talking with another friend of mine.
I was alive.
Like, I don't know if I want to play Back 4 Blood, and I was like, "You're crazy! Like I cannot wait for that game."
Do they have Game Pass?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, dude, it's free. Like it's
free.
And he's like, well, I don't know who's gonna play it with me, and I was like, I'll play it with you. And it's like, and I was like, and probably Matt will play it with us, and I'm sure Rich will play it with us. Like, so we'll have a whole party of people playing together.
4 of us just standing in a circle like a bunch of idiots. Just
a line from Guardians of the Galaxy. Look at all of us standing in a circle. Bunch of idiots.
Like, of course I am. I had it pre-ordered. I actually called. I went to GameStop today to cancel my pre-order.
Yeah, I gotta cancel some of my pre-orders. Like I have Halo pre-ordered, I have Back 4 Blood pre-ordered. I have to cancel.
Well, I didn't even bother pre-ordering Halo because I knew it would come to Game Pass. There was not a doubt in my mind.
I was waiting for a collector's editions to be announced, so I would switch over to that.
Yeah. Well, it's like when Mass Effect got announced. I gone into GameStop and Adam was like, "Do you want to cancel it if it, in case it comes to Game Pass?" I was like, "No, I want this.
No, yeah,
I need this.
This is a game that I want. Like, I want this one."
It's like for me with Mass Effect, all I could think of was like, it rubs the lotion on its skin.
We all have those, and every gamer can attest to this. We all have our games that we just like we could play it for free, but I have to buy it because
I want it. It has to be mine.
I want to support. I want to support the developers for bringing me this, but B, I want it. I want this.
Yeah, I want this one. Like this is mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Right.
Yeah, it's like that. Well, then if they ever announce that Knights of the Old Republic remake, like I'm gonna run down to the GameStop store and say, here's all the money I have in my wallet. I want you to take it and put it on all the all the versions you have. Like
you're like you're like Ron Swanson. You'd be like, I don't think you understood me.
Yeah, I know. I know what you think you heard.
All of the copies you have. Yeah,
and I want all the copies you have. And I know what you think you heard, but what I really meant was I want all of them. Like, I don't want anybody else to have the option to play this game.
I can't think. I mean, everything else was pretty much already like that I can think of.
Like Far Cry 6,
look at my list.
Far Cry 6 we already knew about.
Was there any? Oh, I mean, Mario. Are you gonna play Mario Golf? Like Mario Golf's not on here, but I'm gonna play the crap out of that. That game looks amazing. Oh, I'm not. And there's other things on there too, like Mario Party Superstars. Like, they're bringing back old school N64 versions of the Mario Party maps I played when I was a kid. I'm going to play that with my kids and I will destroy them. Like Mario Party for me and my family was like Monopoly, but for video games.
That's how I felt when Crash Team Racing came out. And my son was like, "Can I play?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, get on." And he plays as like, I think he played as like Tiny the Tiger, and I played as somebody else, and I was just like, "I hope you're ready for pain." And my wife was like, "Go easy on him," and I was like, "He learns the hard way, or not at all."
Like my kids got into Smash, and they were like, "Do you want to play?" And I'm like, "I don't think I should." And they're like, "Come and play with us," and I was like, "Okay." And I'm just like cracking them for like, "Why are you so good at this?" And I was like, "You don't understand."
I was playing.
I'm like Bane.
I was. Oh my god! I have a funny story. I was playing Super Smash Brothers Melee with my brother. Right when I got out of the Navy, I went home and I was.
Kirby is your ally.
And he was playing. I was playing as Link because and I wasn't spamming up B, like you play it the real way. And he was playing as Mewtwo, and he was all right. He was all right, but he's like, "Hey, you want to play Super Smash with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "I haven't practiced it," and I was like, "Okay." And my mom was like, "No, really, he has. He's pretty good." And I was okay. And he just spanked him.
I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, you're gonna play as like a character like that you don't normally main, just try to make it close, and then you're just like, "No, he's been practicing," and you're like, he's been practicing. All right, let's go. I'll play as my main. Let's go. Like that's what I did with my kids.
I even put the pink tunic Link on. And he was just like, and he was like talking shit, right? And I look at him right in the face and I said, "Don't recite the dark magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written." And then I proceeded to just mop the floor with it. Like he didn't kill me once.
Like when I play with my kids, like I play like with a bunch of different characters, but I started playing with like some other characters I never played with, so I don't have the ability to. And they're like, "You should play as someone you play as," and I'm like, "Okay." So I dropped into Samus, and I just started spamming the charge B, and they're just like, "Why are you shooting us from so far away?" And I'm like, "This is how you play Smash Bros. Like this is how you be toxic."
It's great, man. All you can do is quote Bane, though. Is just quote a little Bane.
Or you think Kirby is your ally? I was maining Kirby.
I was when I was
just a young boy. Yeah,
before I was a man.
Before I was a man.
Born in it. molded by it.
Yeah.
I used to play Melee, and I mained.
I hated Melee. I hated the GameCube.
Well, I grew up on Melee.
See, I grew up on Smash Bros. Like for the N64.
Well, I had Smash Bros. 64, but I didn't get like good with like friends until Melee. But that was because of accessibility. More of my friends had a GameCube than had N64s. But I had a lot of mains. Like I was back in the day. I was really good with Link, Marth, and Ganondorf, and I was okay with Mewtwo, but I was really good with Marth. Like there'd be a time where like you couldn't touch me. It was because he was so fast. He was like Fox, a little bit slower than Fox, but he had the sword, so he had the range of Link.
Right.
And my brother was like, "Why don't you play as Roy? He has the fire." And I'm like, "Shut up!"
So I could never get into the swords characters. I always liked playing as like the charge characters, or the ones with like
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf, Donkey Kong, Samus. I do a lot of the bulky characters. Like I love playing Bowser, mainly because I love suiciding. I love suiciding people.
The butt bomb.
Yeah. So like you're at two stock and they're at one, and you just grab them and jump off the map.
Yeah.
Like it's just I did that to my kids once too. They were like, "What are you doing? You killed yourself." And I was like, "Yeah, but I won, didn't I?" Like
again, do not recite the dark magic to me, witch. Yeah. I was there when it was written.
So I mean,
like, so I said that, and my mom goes like, "Did you just quote Narnia?" I'm like, yeah, I did. I do kind of, speaking of Smash, I wish they would just make a new one already. But
I mean, it's only been 3 years since it came out.
I know. I just make another one.
I mean, they may be in development. You never know, but they're just going to add characters to this one for now.
Oh, they're just making too much money with the DLC characters.
They also have only come out ever with one Smash per system. So every time Nintendo's made a new Smash, it's always been on a new system.
They didn't have two for the GameCube?
Nope.
Brawl wasn't on the GameCube too?
Brawl was on the Wii.
Okay.
Yep. It was Smash Bros. And then Smash Bros. Melee GameCube, Smash Bros. Brawl Wii, Smash Bros. Wii U, and then Smash Bros. Ultimate. And then they did Smash Bros. 3DS, which is basically just a port from Wii U.
Yeah.
So
right,
yeah. So they probably won't make another one until they make a new system. But that was also a surprise. We didn't get an announcement for the Switch Pro, which I thought everyone thought we were getting. So
that is weird.
But the other things with, I loved playing Mario Party when I was a kid. So I got super excited for that Mario Party game that's coming out. And also, I don't know if you saw it, but like I said before, when we were talking about Breath of the Wild, the original Legend of Zelda is my favorite Legend of Zelda. And they're coming out with a game. Yeah, the top-down one where it like changes from like when you go into a different part of the map. They're making the Game & Watch, and it is included in the Game & Watch, so you'll be able to play it handheld, and that's really exciting. Like I actually pre-ordered it because I was like, this is my favorite Zelda. I love it.
I think my favorite's got to be, I like Majora's Mask, but Ocarina of Time is really good too.
Oh yeah, of course. That's the other thing. That's the other thing with the Switch that I'm surprised they haven't announced yet. Like because they did the NES and the SNES games on the Switch that you can play with the Switch Online service.
Yeah,
they need to do one for the 64, man, or like a Nintendo 64 Classic or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're probably just gonna do a Classic because more money in that. Yeah, and Nintendo does that really shady business thing where they'll be like, and it's only available until tomorrow night.
Yeah, like Mario 3D All Stars was only available. Like they took it off the store completely in March, so you can't buy it anymore.
I know.
And they're not doing it new anymore either.
I think we still have our copy.
Yeah, I have mine somewhere.
I think we do.
I mean, that was the E3 showcase from this year. It was all in all, it was an okay show. Nintendo was probably the best one, like every year. But I thought Microsoft did really well too.
I think Nintendo would have won had they announced the new Switch, but I think because they didn't, Microsoft wins that one. Because Microsoft, it was like 40-something games and like 3/4 of them were on game, whatever.
30 games and 27 of them on Game Pass.
That's what I mean.
That's the other thing that's not on this list. Battlefield 2042 wasn't on this list.
But that was announced before E3.
It was, but Xbox showcased it.
Well, yeah. Where else are they going to show it? They can't show it on Nintendo.
Yeah.
The Switch would explode.
Give me your opinions on 2042.
I'm going to buy it. I'm going to pay all $70 for it, and I'm going to play the hell out of it like I did the last 6 Battlefields.
Did you enjoy the fact that in the trailer they actually put...
I enjoyed that they didn't take it so seriously, that they let the trailer have like those quote unquote Battlefield moments.
Yeah.
Like
that.
Like,
the one where the guy's flying the plane up into the sky, he pulls his chute, fires a rocket at the other plane,
gets back into it. Yeah.
Because that was a Battlefield, Battlefield 4? 3?
3 or 4, 10 years ago, or 12 years ago now. It's been a while.
And I keep seeing the guy on TikTok who actually did, and he's reacting to the trailer, and he's freaking out, and it was like, oh, that's really wholesome. Like, I was like, I wonder if they reached out to that guy, like, and said that they were putting it in there or whatever.
I doubt it. Even that was wholesome. Like,
at least hopefully they give him a free copy of the game. Like, hey, we put your top play in this trailer. We're gonna give you a copy of the game.
I mean, there's been more. There's definitely been more impressive like trick shots since then, but that's like the most popular.
That's the most iconic one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the most famous one. Like I'm just glad that the trailer didn't take itself so serious. Like Battlefield is more of a sim, yes, than Call of Duty is. But at the same time, it's still a video game, and people do video game shit in it. And it's just like, and like the last Battlefield 5, the trailer, they took themselves way too seriously. And then when there was some pushback because they were like, historical accuracy, here's a lady with a prosthetic arm. Like, no, stop. That's not, And they got mad at the fans. They're like, well, if you don't like it, don't play it. And the fans are like, okay,
we won't play it. Yeah.
and so with this one, they just didn't take themselves too seriously, but it's still a Battlefield game, and I'm gonna buy it. I'm sorry. What don't you understand?
Google started talking to me. I don't like that there's no battle royale or campaign for it, though.
First of all, I'm so tired of Battle Royale, so scratch that.
The other thing with Battle Royale is I was a little upset they didn't announce a Halo Battle Royale because I thought they were going to.
Maybe it's dying, like I said it was gonna.
No, Warzone's still very popular.
Warzone and Fortnite. That's it.
Well, I think if they did a Halo Battle Royale, it would kill Warzone.
I don't think so. I think Call of Duty is.
I think a lot of the streamers would switch from Warzone.
Well, yeah, but Call of Duty is a very large following and a very particular game style, where Halo is the same opposite. Like Halo has a very particular gameplay style and a very particular following. Like I prefer Halo over Call of Duty, but I always play Call of Duty. I don't play Warzone because I suck at battle royales, and frankly, I just don't like, spending 35 minutes looking for somebody and then getting shot in the ass and then having to restart.
You got a win under your belt in battle royale.
One.
Yeah, and
since the entirety of battle royale's been a thing, I've got one win under my belt, and that's because I sacrificed myself to save the team. So I didn't even contribute outside of being a human bullet sponge. Like, I just don't. It doesn't do it for me, and people love it, and that's fine and good for them, and I'm happy that they have that. But I don't think a Halo Battle Royale would kill Call of Duty. I think a Halo Battle Royale would kill Fortnite.
Yeah, that's true too. But we've been going for a while now, so if you want to head out now, it's been a little past 8:00.
Okay.
That's the E3 announcements, and as always, you can follow Sports and Nonsense at Sports and Nonpod on Twitter. I haven't posted anything on Twitter in like a few months because I don't know. I don't like Twitter. I don't even use Twitter for like my own stuff. But I was thinking about doing a TikTok for the podcast and doing like clips. Maybe I'll start the TikTok, and our first TikTok will be your rant for
goats.
Yeah, goats. All right. Or what was the other rant that was the rant that you had today. Wasn't it? Didn't you have another one?
There was the Ubisoft rant. It's been over 10 years.
Yeah. The Avatar. Yep. The Avatar rant.
So blue people.
So I have two to choose from. I have the Ubisoft rant and I have the goats rant. So I mean, maybe I'll do them both. Maybe I'll start a TikTok and maybe we'll get a following. I don't know. So I think that'd be funny.
8 feet blue people. It's been 10 years Ubisoft.
That's right. That's what it was. It's been over 10 years since I've cared about 8 feet blue people. Anyway, so yeah, you can follow us on there. Maybe I'll start TikTok. Maybe I won't. I don't know. The other thing is follow if you wanted to listen to Sports and Nonsense on Spotify, iTunes podcast, or Castbox FM. You can do so by searching for Sports and Nonsense on there. And you can also watch as you can see the dog hair flying everywhere. You can see the video podcast on the Name Pending Productions YouTube channel. Thank you for them for sponsoring us for that. Any final thoughts about E3 or the week in sports or whatever?
Give me Skull and Bones, Ubisoft. Just do it.
Yeah. So you heard them. You heard it here first.
You heard it here several times after you heard it somewhere else.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we will talk to you all next week. Thanks.